Well, hi everybody. I am back at work, back in the office here, and I had taken a week off or so because I needed to just back off of some things and just to take a break. We all need that time of rest, and for me, that was what I needed to do. So I was able to go out and do some hiking, do some work around the house, do some yard work, just do nothing at all. Yeah, and I actually played a couple of video games as well, and I just kind of chilled out. And because I needed that rest, and I think right now it's important to make sure that we take care of ourselves and we take that rest we need. I know I have talked about this before, but I think it's still really crucial. There's just a lot of stuff happening in our country, in our own backyard, in the world right now. There's things going on. There's a lot of unrest that I see. And if you're anything like me, sometimes we start to internalize those things and we get seeped in those things and we just get those things kind of take over, and then we start feeling the irritation, we start feeling the anxieties of what's going on in the world. And to an extent that is a little healthy because we have to be understanding of what's going on, but on the other side it can kind of burn us out of stuff. It really can. I have talked to a number of people lately, online and things like this. And basically, the whole core piece there is we just don't know how to deal with what's going on right now. Life normally is not real easy sometimes, and we need to step back and take that rest as well. And I think especially right now, with what we're seeing around the world, the division in our country, in our backyards, from lots of different things, we just needed to take a break. And this break is not something that I came up with. Jesus spent time in the garden alone all the time. He went off to pray a lot of times. And it all started back in the book of Exodus. Exodus 2, right? And he says, on the seventh day, God finished the work that he had done. And he rested on the seventh day from all the work that he had done. And again, over in Exodus 20, it's reiterating the same exact thing. Remember the Sabbath day and keep it holy. 6 days you shall labor and do all your work. But the seventh day is a Sabbath to the Lord your God. You shall not do any work. Right? This is a biblical mandate that we take a break and we rest from our labors. And maybe some of you go, well, I don't have a 9 to 5, 5 day a week job. But what? You're doing other stuff, aren't you? You're maintaining other things. You're living your life. We need a break. And I think sometimes, especially in this country, we don't want to take breaks. I read a statistic somewhere, and I don't know the percentages, but there's usually a lot of vacation time left on the table with most companies and most people because we don't want to take that break. We're going to work because that is what we do. You look around the world in other countries, and guess what? They take their breaks. Some places around the world during lunchtime they'll take a hour break. It's great. One thing, when I was up in Estes Park this past week, we were going to look at one of the taffy shops up there, and I looked up the hours, and this was great. It just reminded me of taking that rest and taking life a little bit differently, because it said we're open from 10 until like 6 or 7, unless we open late, and we might close early as well. So, give us some time. They had hours, but then they said, occasionally we'll open late. Okay. Occasionally we'll close early. Okay. It just seemed like it was at the whim of the people there, maybe how busy it was. If they're tired, I don't know, maybe they'll show up late to work. It wasn't really a big priority item. It didn't look like on the website when they opened, because they opened up, the new people would find them. And that was kind of an interesting take on how to look at the day. We don't always have to be right on top of things. We don't have to be go. And I know I fall into that trap. So the rest stuff, the rest is there. And one other thing I did is I'm taking a break right now still, and I'm going to continue to do so. And it's strange to say this when I'm making a YouTube video that I'm posting on Facebook, but I'm taking a break from social media. I'm taking a break from doing the internet news. I like to do that all the time to see what's going on around the world. But I actually found that that was just driving my anxiety up. It wasn't helping at all because I'm seeing other people fighting each other and yelling at each other and saying nasty, horrible things to each other in the name of God, in the name of Christianity or their political party or whatever. And I was getting anxious about it. I was like getting stressed. So what I did is I took a break. I usually use Facebook a lot with church stuff, connecting with family and stuff. But what I'm only doing right now, I'm only looking at the church sites and I'm updating it and looking at mine. I'm not looking at anything else. I have backed way off of looking at any of the news sources out there as well. During this past week, I was off. And guess what? I don't feel as anxious. Guess what? I don't feel as upset about anything. Because all this stuff out there that I have no control over, all these personal opinions and experts out here, because we're all experts on something, I know we are, and we want to tell people, I'm not in that right now. And I'm not worrying about it. I still know what's going on in the world. I'm still keeping myself very informed about things I need to be informed about. But that social media platform, I'm letting it go. The online news sources, I'm letting it go for a while. And it's amazing. And this is one thing I would just recommend to you. If you haven't done it already, some of you have. Take a break. Take a break from those sources because they really create anxiety. They really create division and they just get us upset because we read something and we go, what are they talking about? So part of my Sabbath rest was doing exactly that, resting from everything, resting from part of the world as well. I'm going to continue to do that. And I hope and I pray that as you go through your week, you find Sabbath rest, maybe even every single day, take a little rest. Once a week, take that rest. When you need that break, don't be afraid to take it. And take that break from the things of the world right now that are really pulling you down. Take a break from the social media platforms. It's really a good thing. I've known people who've done this a lot, and it's a healthy thing to do as well. So take the breaks you need, rest, take the Sabbath, and just be with God. Just enjoy this life God has given to you. All right, that's all I got for today. You have a great and amazing and a wonderful day, and we will talk to all of you really soon. Take care for now. Bye.